Mattithyahu 27. And morning having come, all the chief priests and elders of the people took counsel against Yahusha, so as to put him to death. And having bound him, they led him away and delivered him to Pontius Pilate, the governor. Then Yehuda, he who delivered him up, having seen that he had been condemned, repented, returned the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and to the elders, saying, I have sinned in delivering up innocent blood. And they said, What is that to us? You see to it. And throwing down the pieces of silver in the dwelling place, he left, and went and hanged himself. And the chief priests took the silver pieces and said, It is not right to put them into treasury, seeing they are the price of blood. So they took counsel and bought with them the potter's field for the burial of strangers. Therefore that field has been called the field of blood until today. Then was filled what was spoken by 𝐤𝐄𝐄 the prophet, saying, And they took the 30 pieces of silver, the price of him who was pierced, on whom they of the children of Israel set a price, and gave them for the potter's field, as Yahweh had ordered me. And Yahusha stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, Are you the sovereign of the Yahudim? And Yahusha said to him, You say it. And as he was accused by the chief priests and the elders, he answered not. Then Pilate said to him, Do you not hear how much they witness against you? And he did not answer him, not one word, so that the governor wondered much. And at the festival the governor used to release to the crowd one prisoner whom they wished. And they had then a well-known prisoner called Barabbas. So when they were assembled, Pilate said to them, Whom do you wish I release to you, Barabbas or Yahusha, who is called Messiah? For he knew that because of envy they had delivered him up. And as he was sitting on a judgment seat, his wife sent to him, saying, Have none at all to do with that righteous man, for I have suffered much today in a dream because of him. But the chief priests and elders persuade the crowds that they should ask for Barabbas to be destroyed and to destroy Yahusha. And the governor answering said to them, Which of the two do you wish I release to you? They said, Barabbas. Pilate said to them, What then shall I do with Yahusha, who is called Messiah? They all said to him, Let him be nailed. And the governor said, Indeed, what evil has he done? And they were crying out all the more, saying, Let him be nailed. And when Pilate saw that he was getting nowhere, but rather an uproar was starting, he took water and washed his hands before the crowd, saying, I'm innocent of the blood of this righteous one. You shall see to it. And all the people answering said, His blood be on us and on our children. Then he released Barabbas to them, but having Yahusha whipped, he delivered him over to be nailed. Then the soldiers of the governor took Yahusha into the court and gathered the entire company of soldiers around him. And having stripped him, they put a scarlet robe on him, and plaiting a crown of thorns, they put it on his head, and a reed in his right hand. and they kneeled down before him and mocked him, saying, "Greetings, sovereign of the Yahudim." And spitting on him, they took the reed and struck him on the head. And when they had mocked him, they took the robe of him, then put his own garments on him, and led him away to be nailed. And as they were going out, they found a man of Cyrene, Shimon by name. They compelled him to bear his stake. And when they came to a place called Golgotha, that is to say, place of a skull, they gave him wine mixed with bale to drink. And after testing, he would not drink it. And having nailed him, they divide his garments, casting lots, that it may be filled what was spoken by the prophet, "They divide my garments among them, and for my clothing they cast lots." And sitting down, they guard him there. And they put up over his head the written charge against him, "This is Yahusha, the sovereign of the Yahudim." Then 2 robbers were nailed with him, one on the right and another on left. And those passing by were blaspheming him, shaking their heads and saying, "You who destroyed the dwelling place and build it in 3 days, save yourself. If you are the son of Elohim, come down from the stake." And likewise the chief priests, with the scribes and elders, mocking, said, "He saved others. He is unable to save himself. If he is the sovereign of Israel, let him now come down from the stake, and we shall believe him. He trusted in Elohim. Let him rescue him now, if he desires him, for he said, I am the son of Elohim." And also the robbers who were nailed with him reviled him, saying the same. And from the 6th hour there was darkness over all the land until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour Yahusha cried out with a loud voice, "Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani?" That is, my El, why you have forsaken me? Some of those standing there, having heard, said, "This one calls Eliyahu." And immediately one of them ran and took a sponge and filled with the sour wine and put it on a reed and gave it to him to drink. But the rest said, "Leave it. Let us see if Eliyahu comes to save him." And Yahusha cried out again with a loud voice and gave up his ruach. And see, the veil of the dwelling place was torn in two from top to bottom, and the earth was shaken, and the rocks were split, and the tombs were opened, and many bodies of the set-apart ones who had fallen asleep were raised. And coming out of the tombs after his resurrection, they went into set-apart city and appeared to many. And when the captain and those with him who were guarding Yahusha saw the earthquake and all that took place, they feared exceedingly, saying, "Truly this was the Son of Elohim." And many women who followed Yahusha from Galilee, attending him, were there, watching from a distance, among whom were Miriam from Magdala, and Miriam, the mother of Jacob and Joseph, and the mother of Zabdi's sons. And when evening came, there came a rich man from Mattithyahu, named Joseph, who himself had also become a taught one of Yahusha. He went to Pilate and asked for the body of Yahusha. Then Pilate commanded the body to be given. And having taken the body, Joseph wrapped it in clean linen and laid it in his new tomb, which he had hewn out of the rock. And he rolled a large stone against the door of the tomb and went away. and Miriam from Magdala was there, and the other Miriam sitting opposite the tomb. On the next day, which was after the preparation, the chief priests and Pharisees gathered together to Pilate, saying, Master, we remember while he was still alive, how that deceiver said, After 3 days I'm raised. Command, then, that the tomb be safeguarded until the 3rd day, lest his thought ones come by night and steal him away, and shall say to people, He was raised from the dead, and the last deception shall be worse than the first. So Pilate said to them, You have a watch, go, safeguard it, as you know how. And they went and safeguarded the tomb, sealing the stone and setting the watch.